shooters and reloaders, Fortune Cookie 45 LC coming to you from the hot lead zone, and I'm a little disappointed in Smith & Wesson because this Model 27 is an exceedingly fine revolver. The trigger pull is not quite as good as the old ones, but this is a pretty nice revolver. However, there's a character flaw. Notice that right there is a funny blast mark. It's the same kind of blast mark that's in the front of our cylinders that we all know about. And on stainless guns, those are easy to clean off. But on a blue gun, not as easy, because if we rub too hard, we'll actually rub the bluing off. Now, this revolver, one of the reasons why people buy it, according to Smith & Wesson, is because it's collectible. Well, if it's a collectible gun, we sure don't want blast marks like that on there. Now, I have cleaned off the blast marks from the other 5-cylinder flutes, but this one I left to show you because there's no reason that that had to happen. Notice that when you shoot your other blue revolvers, you don't get that blast mark like that. You'll get them on the front of the cylinder like we all get, but we don't get it there. Well, why on this fine Model 27 Classic do we have to have this? And here's the reason. What you're looking at is the underside of the top strap of that Model 27. Now you see this has gone to the range on 2 shooting sessions now. And do you see the blast marks going in a triangular fashion up the top strap? And do you see the little bit of gas cutting that's coming out of the cylinder gap? It's actually cutting the undersurface of the top strap. That is a no-no, because that was the problem years and years and years ago that they've learned how to solve that problem. But yet here it is. And notice the reason for that funny blast mark on the side of the cylinder flutes that we talked about in the beginning is caused by that screw hole, which is the front sight screw. What's happening is the gases go in and create a Venturi vortex and actually blast the marks onto the front of the cylinder on the side of the cylinder flutes. Very bad look. And if I clean that off often enough, we're going to have bluing damage on that part of the gun where it shows. So much for a collectible handgun. There's the front sight screw that goes through the top strap and makes that dimple on the undersurface of the top strap that creates that blast mark. Didn't have to be. And if this gun's been out for a while now, you would think that they would have realized that and made a correction so that we don't have to keep putting up with that kind of thing. So you see how that screw hole causes that mar? This is like buying a nice car, but the paint job keeps getting messed up by the exhaust pipe. So there's the bad one, but you'll notice that I had to leave a little bit of the other ones behind, because to get it all off, I'm going to start damaging the blue. You see that? There's a hint of it there. So I'll go ahead and, you see that? There's a hint of it right there. So I'll go ahead and get rid of that one now. But why we need to put up with this is kind of a travesty. I don't know about you, but I can sure see those things. So that's so much for the collectible value of it, and then the shooting value of it is not quite as good because the trigger pull is twice as heavy as the old triggers, and it's not quite as crisp. See you in the next video.